Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is Rebecca, and this is the Everyday Intuition class. And today we're going to be talking about clairvoyance. And clairvoyance is clear seeing. And it seems to be the one everybody wants to enhance in that when we hear about being psychic, or we hear about okay, I'll say it again, being psychic, we have this idea, or other people have this idea of seeing these full-blown color picture scenarios. Okay, who here on the live call has full-blown like color images like a movie? Anybody? So I have two no's and two people aren't sure. Sorry. Oh, not yet. I like that, Miss Kelly. I like that. Not yet. One of my favorite lines from Gladiator. Not yet. Anyway, okay. And how about you, Viv? Do you see full-blown color images? As I'm going to wait for her to kind of type that in. So how do you see, so let's just do a brain dump. How do you see, no, just ever. Like, are you tuning in and do you see full-blown color images? Like a movie? When you're gathering psychic information or having like a, oh, so Holly just said rare. All right. This is fabulous. I see color images, but I don't think I'm clairvoyant. Okay, so what do you think those color images mean then? So all of you then, that's a perfect question to lead us into. What do you feel like clairvoyance is? And then what would you like your clairvoyant skill to expand into? So what do you think it is, and what would you like it to, psychic pictures? Okay, I'm sorry, I get like, so what do you think it is, and what would you like to expand it into? I'm saying I can visualize things in color and such, and at times have seen images during a meditation, but not usually, so I don't feel I'm clairvoyant. Again, what's your definition of clairvoyant then, Miss Viviana? And again, more solid in feeling the confidence of what I receive. Okay. Anybody else have a goal or what they think clairvoyance is? Okay. Well, I'm going to just tell you some more ways. Okay, good. Thank you, Rachel. I think it's seeing symbols and images to get a message. Yeah, remember all these are like all of these different labels of skills are just ways that we consciously work with the unseen. Okay, makes sense? It's a way for us to interact with the different frequencies, the different uh, conscious beings if you choose to work with other beings, and then how they can, or you, how they can get messages to you, or how you can interpret the different frequencies around you. So there's lots of different ways we can experience what we interpret as clairvoyance. And so the one that everyone thinks of is the one I was bringing up. It's, seeing full-blown color images. Close your eyes and, you're doing anybody here want to or already do psychic readings for people? So does anybody do the psychic readings for people? No, and no, you don't want to do psychic readings for people, Vivi? How do you feel when clients ask you to do psychic readings? Okay. Not confident and you avoid it? Okay. Okay, and Kelly gets psychic information coming in during body cone sessions sometimes. So right now, what I'm going to ask everyone to do is kind of, wait, one more thing. All right, other ways that we can see, like our clairvoyance, right? We can see those full-blown color images. Now anything with the sight, we can lump into the bucket of being clairvoyant. For example, if you're seeing 111 on the clock every day, is that clairvoyance? Yes, you're seeing it with your eyes. If you're asking, like if you're wondering, should I go to the beach or should I go to the mountains? And then all of a sudden a commercial comes on and it's about a mountain getaway that's 3 hours from your house that you can drive to. That's a clairvoyant message. Okay. Now that may not seem like, ooh, who cares? That's not that important, right? But you never know. You might meet an important business partner or the soulmate of your dreams at that mountain getaway. And that's just your higher self's easiest way to get in touch with you at that time. Sometimes, if I don't try really hard, when my husband watches MMA fighting, I can look at the pictures of the fighters when they do when they do the whatever, the tail of the tape or whatever, when they show the two fighters, and whoever looks bigger to me as I look at them, like one of the fighters is going to look bigger. It's just weird. I can't explain it. I'll pick that one, and that's usually the one who wins. Okay, it's weird. So you can also see things. Do any of you guys see things out of the corner of your eye? Just like you'll kind of like not be looking and you'll see something moving. Okay, that's your clairvoyance. Again, seeing a road sign, seeing the same thing over and over again, seeing something that doesn't belong that catches your attention, light flickers and movements. Okay, all of that, flashes of light. What you think is a person that isn't there, absolutely, that's all clairvoyance. Okay, and so when you like, oh, okay, how can I use this to have a more rich, diverse, everyday experience? How can I, so again, take a deep breath and just kind of think about, okay, if I really enhance my clairvoyant skills? How can I improve my life? It's making my head itch. So get really clear. How can you improve your life? How can you live an extraordinary life using these clairvoyant skills? A couple of you put something. Anybody? Anybody want to improve their life with their clairvoyant skills? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, validate and answer your questions, okay? Anybody else? Confirmation? Anything else? Yeah, help, be more confident and help clients. Because I was just thinking about the client thing. Sometimes when you're, even if you're, I don't want to say just an energy practitioner, but if you're just an energy practitioner, meaning you're not including like Vivi said, oh, it's not my wheelhouse, but yet when you're working with clients, even if you're working with them where they're not connected to you, there might be important life-changing information that you have access to that they don't, that you can pass on to them. So having the confidence to just say yes to the gifts you're receiving from spirit or God or the universe or your higher self could really just change someone's life. Plus, it can also, I remember when I very first started my business, and I was talking with this client, and I just kept seeing a scene from Wreck-It Ralph, the cartoon, and finally I said, I keep seeing Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know why. And then she just started laughing, and she said, because I was a bully in second grade, and I would be, I was like Wreck-It Ralph. I would go around and destroy things and act like him. So, and a lot of times it may not be meaningful to us, but it's meaningful to them. So it can really help your client relationship. It can really give you more confidence, boost your skills. There's just so many benefits. Okay. So, make sense? So what we're going to do now is, thank you, Rachel. It's like, can you tell him the teacher? I'll just sit and be quiet until someone answers. All right. On a scale from 0 to 10, what do you think? Number one is what do you think your clairvoyant prowess is on a scale from 0 to 10? Like, how good do you think your clairvoyant skill is on a scale from 0 to 10? Write that in the chat. And write down, how do you typically receive clairvoyant information? So Rachel's a 2, Holly's a 5. Okay, 4, and Kelly sees movie scenes. Okay. And Vivi, what's your clairvoyant ability? Doo-doo-doo. We're waiting for Vivi. A 1. Oh, man, I thought you were going to put a 0. All right. All right, everyone. I want you to, we're going to just do an exercise right now. Okay? There's no... that was my clear cognizance, knowing, Viviana, that you were going to put a 0. Seeing the time of the clock and something in the corner of my eye. Okay. Right now you're seeing it? All right. I'm trying to think of, I've never done this with a group before. So I'm glad there's only 4 of you. We're going to just do a clairvoyant exercise. And oh, that's how you're seeing comes up. Okay. We're going to do a clairvoyant exercise. I don't want to be I need a volunteer that has a question. So I want to use our time together to practice and have fun. So who wants to volunteer as a person to pose a question, and the other 3 are going to receive information? Okay, Holly's like, sure. What kind of question? Any kind of question you want. So write your question in the chat, Miss Holly. And while Holly's posing her question, I'm going to just energetically delete stuff like, what if I'm wrong? What if I give misinformation? Who's going to listen to me? What if I'm wrong? Just deleting that. Okay, so Holly's asking a yes or no question. Okay. Will I be able to get my house projects completed with the amount of money I want to spend? So everybody now just have that question in your mind, and I'm going to guide you through a couple different scenarios, and we're going to ask that you use your clairvoyance. Okay? So we're going to call in, if you actively work with guides, we're calling in your guides, we're activating your third eye. We're asking that you only receive the highest and best information from Holly and for Holly. We're also deleting any fear that what if she doesn't like my answer? Now, even though this is a yes or no answer, there might be other things might come into play. Like, what kind of projects? I don't know. We're just going to see what you get. So wait, anybody getting any clairvoyant information right now before I've even given you an instruction? So has anybody gotten anything, seen a vision, anything like that? Put no, put an in for no, or put what you're seeing. Okay, so Rachel's no. Anybody else seeing anything? Okay. I'm assuming then, so now Vivian Kelly, right away, is that just your mind? Okay. This, her shopping around for quotes. There will be people, well, duh, right? I get if she works really hard to find the best deals with a lot of bargains. So you both got that same thing. So that feels a little bit like, yeah, you know, that's kind of obvious, right? So go ahead now, close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. And okay, so let's back up. And Vivi says, you're right. My first instinct was no. Okay. See how the mind can jump in right away and kind of start trying to direct that. All right, so now close your minds, or close your mind, close your eyes, and everybody just kind of sweep everything out of your mind. And now just ask the question in a different way. Okay? Besides just shopping around and looking for quotes, how can Holly do her remodeling project in her desired budget? And just see if anything like a vision pops in. Maybe you can open your eyes and look around your room or look into the environment and see if you see anything. Like, does something catch your eye? And again, you're wanting to not use your claircognizance. You're wanting to ask via your clairvoyance. You're not trying to prove how smart you are, that you've got the answer. So how did you get Joe, Miss Rachel? So the questions that you ask, how did they come to you? Like, what are you seeing? And if you're seeing nothing, or if you opened your eyes, so Rachel, how did you get Joe? Okay. So Vivi, ask for more information on bootstrapping. And feel free to ask her questions. Like, I keep seeing like appliances. Holly, are you doing anything with your kitchen? Okay. Okay. Well, I keep seeing appliances. There you go, Vivi, seeing flooring. Now, Vivi, you were seeing flooring, right? Oh, that's why I'm seeing appliances. There you go. There you go. See, uh, Viviana seeing guys installing flooring. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to help. Viviana, is she going to be able to do that within budget? And don't ask for a yes or no. Just ask for another vision. Okay. And Kelly, are you getting anything now? Um, and Miss Rachel, have you gotten anything? Okay. So Viviana's saying $1,000 more. Not that much, really. And Kelly and Rachel, are you getting anything or no? Your ego took over. Awesome. Let's remind me, let's do an exercise when our ego takes over. What the heck do we do? And it's a no from me. What does that mean? You're not getting anything else? Okay. So what do you do when ego takes over? Okay, you're not getting anything else. Okay. So what do you do when ego takes over? So take a deep breath. And I want each of you now to really just focus on your third eye. And when ego takes over and your mind's trying to control, it's got all the answers, it's got everything figured out. And there might be another solution, but you can't see it because your mind is like, oh, this is just the way it is. So everybody now, we'll analyze Holly's question a little later. But now we're going to ask our clear seeing to help, because each of you have an issue with that. We all do, we're humans. So when the mind takes over and is trying to control or direct, you're asking this: how can I use my clairvoyance to access a better path or a better solution? And what do you see? So when my ego takes over, and it thinks it's got everything figured out, how can I access my clairvoyance to see a different path? And what's coming up for you? What do you see? And if you're not seeing anything, open your eyes and look around the room. And the first thing that captures your attention, write it in the chat. Okay, I need to remind myself that my mind is not my identity, and I am still powerful even if I am wrong. Okay, did you see anything? Or are you still thinking? Just curious. I've written on my whiteboard, ask, believe, receive. So did you see an image of that whiteboard, or um is that what popped in like when you were looking around the room, Rachel? That's interesting about being wrong, Kelly. Um, okay. And Holly and Vivi, what are you coming up with? And if you're not coming up with anything, put nothing. Okay. And Holly, are you coming up with nothing? Nothing. Okay. All right, you guys. So now we're going to go into our imaginations. Okay. I keep thinking about clocks. I really do. I keep thinking about clocks, but it's for a different something else I want to tell you. All right. So this is a little bit different, but just close your eyes and don't, if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong. It does not matter. I am picturing a fruit. Okay. I have a really clear image of this fruit. What am I picturing in my head? Don't be afraid to be wrong. Come on, just guess. I have an apple and I have a banana. Come on, Holly and Kelly. Pear and a kumquat. Okay, honestly, that is hilarious because I had a vision of I should picture a kumquat, but I don't even friggin' know what it looks like. Honestly, swear to God. But it was a banana. Okay? So close your eyes. Okay, and we're just gonna play for a couple of things. All right, just play. It doesn't matter because being clairvoyance may not be your biggest thing. You know what I mean? Whatever. Vivi's got it rolling, man. But notice that the person who said she was a 0 has been on the nose for 2 of them. Okay, here we go. I'm picturing an ant. Wait. I was picturing a bunch of different things. I am. I am picturing an animal. Now this is harder, but I'm picturing an animal. Okay, just play, you guys. Becca, hippo. Oh. Hey, go ahead, Kelly. Just take a guess. A tiger. All right. It was a fox. I knew an animal would be harder because there's so many to choose from, right? An armadillo. Yeah, no, it was a fox. All right. So everybody, all right, take a deep breath. And one more. I'm picturing a color. What's the color? Okay, it was blue. Yay, Holly and Rachel. All right, so now just smile and just kind of let all that go. A rainbow. I like that. I was picturing the ocean, but so the ocean could be green and there could be a yellow or orange sunset. Okay, you never know. All right, so put all your energy and attention and focus on your third eye, because that's where we normally see our clairvoyance. And we are asking to mm, um, see things right in the now, correct? Like, we're playing with, like Holly has, we didn't ask like what time frame will Holly be getting her kitchen done. So it was kind of like an in the now question. You can also use your clairvoyance, for kind of visions of what might happen in the future. So does anybody now, who has a question they would like to ask? And let's play with another question. And if there's a question like that involves a win, like WHEN, not a WIN, a win. So who has a question that they'd like to ask? And allow yourselves to get messy and be wrong, right? And not get anything, and you know what I mean? It just, because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's a question they'd like to ask about a win, WHEN. Okay, I have one if no one has one.